Okay, so a couple days ago, the 2023 Hot Rod Power Tour cities got leaked out on the old FB page.
We were all very excited about this.
So somebody that has the platinum package, they all get notified first. Somebody leaked it out. So then it started the frenzy of everyone booking hotel rooms and the frenzy of all the questions that come down. When you open up the page and just scroll and scroll and scroll, it's just question after question after question. So we thought that we would make a short video and try to explain the top questions the best that we could. To give our best explanation of what you need to know for Power Tour.
Exactly.
This will be good for all the newbies, the rookies, and some of the veterans may even want to watch us, some of the tips that we use.
Because once upon a time we were
the
rookie.
Yeah, 2006, we was the rookies that didn't know anything.
So
we still know just a little bit more.
We just know a little bit, but we know some things that might help you out and might make you relax a little bit and just, go with it. And
just
fun.
Enjoy the tour.
Right.
All right. So the number one thing is make sure your car can cool in traffic. Because at some point in the day, you're going to have to sit in traffic. It's going to happen.
It is.
So the best advice before Power Tour is to let your car sit in the driveway for 45 minutes idling on a hot day. Just pick the hottest day you can get before June gets here and let the car sit there and idle. If it does okay, doesn't boil over, doesn't puke antifreeze everywhere, you're probably going to be okay.
You're good to go.
And if you were like us in 2006, we had 0 test miles on our vehicle we took. Do as many test miles as you can before June gets here. I know a lot of people are doing project cars. You're swapping motors in and out and putting suspension on. I know it goes to the last minute, but get in as many test miles as you can.
It'll pay off. We promise.
It will pay off. All right, the next thing. The air conditioning in your car is an optional thing. I know some people put on there that their health conditions require it and they have to have it. And for those few little percentage, okay, your health dictates you need the air conditioning. But for 99% of the people going on this tour, it's optional. Yes, you're going to be hot. You're going to sweat. You're going to melt into that seat on some days. But it's optional. You'll make it. You'll survive. You'll live. So the next thing is any year car can come, any make, model, whatever. Nobody cares if you show up in a 2006 Dodge Caravan. Nobody's going to say anything to you. Now on Facebook, they're probably going to write in the comments, put the mean tweets, whatever they want to do.
Keyboard warriors.
Keyboard warriors will unite. But when they pull up next to you and park at the venue and you get out, they're not going to say anything.
No.
It's just not going to happen. Now, the only thing Hot Rod doesn't say they allow is a rental car.
Right.
We know it has happened. People have brought rentals on the tour, but in their little fine print, they say no rentals. So that's the only thing that we know of that's not allowed.
Right.
And since the cities have came out, the best thing to do is pick your hotels early.
Right.
Well, now this is going on day 3, 4.
Oh, yeah.
Since maybe 5 since it's been announced or leaked, should I say? Sorry.
Leaked. Not announced.
Not announced. The hotels are starting to fill up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the best thing you can do is whatever city we're in, say you're in Columbia, South Carolina that day.
Right.
Get on the internet and look for hotels around.
Right.
Now you know that you're leaving Columbia, going to Rockingham.
Right.
So if you can get a hotel going that way, it makes
will
sense.
help. It will help you.
Now, those hotels book up first.
Right.
So you may have to pick a hotel on the other side of town.
But it's not the end of the world if you do.
Yeah, it's not the...
You
now,
can catch up.
And if you find a hotel that's got a Wyndham and a Holiday Inn and a Marriott and they're all kind of clustered together, that's the parking lots you're going to want to be in at nighttime.
Absolutely.
Because it's going to be full of power tour cars. People are hanging out, talking. They're talking about all the cars they saw during the day, the things they did. You know, when you go to the track days, how fast they ran down the drag strip, you know, who beat who. At nighttime,
it's a nighttime. It extends into the nighttime car show. We've been in some parking lots where everybody stood around and talked, and we've been in some parking lots where they did burnouts. And both are awesome.
Yeah, the year they went to Martinsville,
I mean,
the Comfort Inn, was it a Comfort Inn? I think the
it
Comfort
was.
Inn, they had burnouts
It was
all
great.
night long. We finally just left. I know it sounds crazy, but you got to a point where it was like, okay, I've watched 6 hours of burnouts. We got to go to sleep now.
Right. But it's really fun, the nighttime part of it. If you decide to go ahead and go to the next place, you're going to miss out.
Right. Some people do that. Some people take off, and when that venue is over for that day, they go ahead and drive to the next city.
Right.
But you're missing all the route.
Right. And
you're missing all the people. You know, you're going to be the only guy that's there when you get there the next day.
Right. I mean, there are some people that do it. So there may be a couple of cars, but you're not going to experience the nightlife part of it.
Right.
Which is equally as fun as the daytime.
Now, for everybody that is watching this and the hotel rooms are already booked.
Right.
If everything's already gone and you can't find a room, look at the VRBOs or an Airbnb.
Yeah.
Because chances are some of them are going to be nicer than the hotel room you're going to book anyway.
Right.
And you're only staying in them one night. Mm-hmm. So you're just going to drive in, get you some sleep, get up the next morning, throw your suitcase back in the car, and you're driving away.
You're going again.
So check VRBO and Airbnb. We've stayed in a VRBO before, and, you know, as long as you give it a good look over and don't pick a, you know, not a roach motel, but a roach house to stay in, you'll be good
to go.
Let's see. If you do manage to get a hotel reservation, go ahead and look around your hotel for the restaurants that you want to try to eat at.
Right.
Sometimes we've picked local mom and pop restaurants because, say, a smaller town, say Rockingham, for example.
Right. It's small.
When 10,000 people invade that town for the power tour that night, every restaurant in town is going to be packed. So you're going to have, the chain restaurants are going to fill up like that because everybody's going to get on their phone and go, where can I find the Texas Roadhouse or the Longhorn Steakhouse, the Outback, you know, where's that? So all those are going to fill up first, and you're going to have to stand in line for an hour and a half to get your food.
And that hour and a half that you are waiting in line, you are going to miss out on the nighttime part of hanging out in the parking lots and everything. Yeah. So try to plan it out.
So if you find Mama's Pizzeria that's 3 blocks away from your hotel, that's probably going to be your best bet.
If you don't want to wait.
If you don't want to wait, yeah. A lot of people ask, do you have to do the route? And no, the route's not out yet. The official registration to register for Hot Rod Power Tour isn't out as of this moment.
No, it is not. But
by the time somebody's watching this video, it may be out. But the time, this moment we're making it, it's not out.
No.
But the route will come out, I would say 3 weeks before the actual power tour. Sometime in May, maybe about May 15th or something, the route will actually be published, and you can look at it beforehand. So when you get the route, you want to stick to that as much as you can,
Right.
because that's where you're going to see the most cars.
Absolutely.
You're going to see the most people on the side of the road waving you coming through.
Right.
You know, it's going to be the power tour experience. If you just get on the interstate in Atlanta and drive to Columbia, South Carolina on I-85, you're not
You're
really going to
missing-
get the power tour experience. You're missing the point
Yeah.
of going on power tour. Now, some people do it. I know people that do that every day. They get on the interstate and try to be the first one to the venue to open and sit there and watch everybody come in.
And let's talk about too, say, I hope it doesn't happen to you, but say you do have a breakdown. If you're on the route and you have a breakdown, the likelihood of someone stopping to help you is very high. If you get on the interstate and you hit it and you're pretty much alone or have a few cars, the likelihood of someone stopping
It's pretty slim.
Pretty slim.
Yeah.
So, but doing the tour and doing the route, I mean, they have sometimes, there's been some years we went where they've had special stops.
Right, a lunch stop.
A lunch stop.
They don't do that as
They
much
don't-
anymore,
no,
but
they used to.
yeah.
Or something fun for you to see. They'll earmark it in there for you. Like if you want to stop and tour something, you know, there's always that. But speaking of the route, which I may be jumping ahead on this, but when that route comes out, make a copy of it. Have a printed real paper. I know this is different. We always use our phones and things, but we print them out.
Yeah, and we put it on the phone too.
We put it on the phone too. Yes, do both, because yeah, there probably some of our buddies can insert some stories of that. But anyway, get a clipboard and go old school with it, but still have your phone also. Sometimes it's easier to see something if you tick it off on the clipboard. So do both.
And I will tell you, the little packet that comes in the hot rod goodie bag is print about that big.
It is.
And if you're trying to read that going down the road, you're going to miss a turn. So the best thing you're going to do is, if you don't have a co-pilot to read that, follow the guy in front of you.
Right.
Because on power tour, we've had as many as 30 and 40 cars follow us when we took a wrong turn.
Yes.
They all went with us.
It made a memory for us.
Oh, it made a great memory. Have 40 cars go the wrong way, but yeah. All right. But before you get into the venue,
yes,
say you're leaving Atlanta that very first day and you're getting to Columbia, South Carolina. Probably 30 minutes before you get to the venue, 15 minutes, somewhere in that window, pull into a gas station, stop, take a pee break, put gas in the car, get you a cold drink, a snack, whatever you want to do,
yes.
take a break, get out from it.
Get out.
Because when you get 5 miles from the venue,
it's a dead stop.
You're going to be at a standstill.
Yeah.
Some of the venues are pretty good.
They are, correct.
But some of them, like Chattanooga, one year we went, was every bit of 2 hours to go 1 mile. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but it was 2 hours, 1 mile, cars with their hoods up.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody pushing their cars in.
People running to try to get into the venue.
Yeah, because there was a 5 o'clock cutoff for clocking in for long haulers. So there was people running their badges down the road to go check in while the car was still out driving. Yeah, overheating. So yeah, stop for the pee break.
You will be very happy that you did that.
Yeah. Don't wait. Don't be one of those people. Well, I'll pee when I get in there. I'll get me a cold drink. No.
2 hours later.
Don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't give into it. Just stop, take a minute. Because I know the excitement builds. You want to get into the venue. It's go. You want to get in there and get your swag and all of that. But you will not regret that stop 30 minutes before.
Yes, stop before. I don't care if if you stop 3 times during the day and you think you're late, it don't matter.
No.
stop 15, 20 minutes out and take a pee break, gas, snacks.
Yes.
And on a note, when you stop at every gas station, if you're on the route now, it's a mini car show at every gas station.
It's great.
Because think about it, you were traveling that day and you're traveling with a group of, 10 cars around you that you've went the last 100 miles with these guys.
Right.
You pull off into the gas station. Some of them will pull off with you. Some will keep going.
Yeah.
So when you get your gas, go into the bathroom, and on the bathroom, the men's line will always be longer.
For once, the ladies are not holding you guys up.
The men's room line is always going to be longer. I don't care where you stop. It's going to be longer than the ladies. And either bring you some wet wipes or
Absolutely.
pack your own toilet paper in
Ladies,
your pocket.
the little pack of tissues.
'Cause
they're individual. Buy the 3-pack, the 6-pack, or whatever. Keep them with you because
the gas stations are going to be mobbed.
and
They're not going to know.
they don't
that
know we're coming.
And they're,
they're not
2 o'clock
prepared.
in the day, they're running out of toilet paper. It's running out. So that's, just pack that with you. But when you're done, when you've got all your cold snacks put back in the car, you're ready to go. When you jump out back on the route, you're going to be jumping in with a whole different group of cars to travel the next leg of the power tour. Yeah. So you're rotating in and out packs of cars. You don't see the same car all day.
No.
It's going to rotate. You're going to see cars.
The only same cars you see all day are like the people that you actually go on power tour with.
That you travel with.
Those traveling people. But all the other ones, it's constantly changing, which is super cool.
We have had a few get lost.
We've
had to stop and wait on them.
We've had to stop and regroup at times.
Yeah.
But
sometimes if you're the one in front, it's like herding cats.
It is.
But it's okay.
It's the question every time. Do I have so and 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 so? Are they behind us?
Yeah. And we have the walkie-talkies.
The radios.
The little
and that's
CV.
fun. It's really
I guess it is CV.
Well, they're walkie-talkies.
Yeah, walkie-talkies. And if you give each driver one that's in your group,
it makes it a lot easier.
If somebody needs to go to the bathroom, or
gas.
if you need gas, or if you need to merge over.
Right.
On the certain parts, every now and then they will put you on the interstate and you'll need to merge over, get in traffic, or the route takes a left turn. If a route takes a left turn, like say when May 15th comes out and they put out the route, if there's somewhere that's a left turn, it's going to be a cluster.
Yes.
Beep, beep. Yeah, it is. Anywhere there's a left turn. If it doesn't have like a leading green arrow, or there's not police helping you through that intersection,
it's going to be a disaster.
It's going to be a monkey on a football.
Yeah.
So
be prepared.
So it comes in handy when you've got 4 cars behind you. If you get on the radio and say, we're all going to the left lane, everybody moves in unison and goes.
Yeah.
So it really comes in handy.
Yes.
Pack a cooler and snacks to have in the car.
Yes.
Because sometimes you're going to get stuck at that 4-way stop sign or that left turn, and you're going to be, man, I could really use some nabs.
I really need a water.
Yeah,
It's really hot today.
Yeah, I could, because my AC's not working.
Yeah, it's nice to have that with you. Even if you have a smaller car, get a little cooler. Have, and keep filling it up. Keep going.
Okay. Now, so we covered the bathroom, and yes, the women have a way bigger advantage on Power Tour than men do. I swear I've seen it for years. I can stand in line for 20 minutes and she went in and came right back out and done, it's...
And us ladies, that's when we can take the opportunity to get the snacks for once.
Yeah.
They're not picking the snacks. So
yeah.
It's
okay.
Good.
All right. So now the next one is for all those people that didn't have the air conditioning, that you were way up here on the bullet points, those people?
Yes.
All right, the next point is for you. Pack an extra set of clothes because after you sweated
You're going to be sweating
all day, you don't want to wear those same clothes when you go out to dinner.
No.
You're going to want to go to the hotel, freshen up, put on a clean set of clothes, and go out and enjoy your dinner.
Take a shower, get cleaned up. So,
okay.
I generally pack us one set to wear and one set to have for evening time. So, you'll thank yourself for it.
Yeah, and you do pack as light as possible, even though we're telling you to take two sets of clothes.
It never works out that way, just saying.
Pack as light as possible because you're going to want to pack tools in the car.
Yes, you are.
Now, if you're driving a 2022, Challenger, you probably don't need to pack the full set of tools.
No.
It's probably going to make it.
You're going to be good.
But if you're in, the 70s, Ford van,
you're
probably going to need some tools.
And plan ahead for things if you can at all possible. Like if your car does something, eats a belt, or let's hope not, but if it does,
let's hope you corrected all those
let's
problems.
Let's hope you corrected before you
before,
left. But say it's something could happen. Maybe go to the parts store and get the belt. Take it with you.
Yeah. All right. Now here's something that we're going to ask everybody to do. This is on your to-do list when the route does come out. And this is the part that makes Power Tour so much better.
It is, yes.
Is when all the people come out from all the small towns when the route is published.
It's great.
The Hot Rod Power Tour used to send out things and notify like the Chamber of Commerce.
In different areas.
In areas that, hey, on Thursday, 10,000 cars are going to be coming through your little town.
Right.
Do you want to make announcements? All right. Power Tour doesn't do that anymore because as we found out when Power Tour came to Martinsville, we tried to help out and notify
we did.
all the little towns on the way to Bristol that, an extra 10,000 cars were coming that day. Because some of those tiny little towns don't see 10,000 cars in a year, okay? So we were trying to give them a heads up. And some of them were appreciative of it.
Yeah.
But most of them, the majority of them, wanted to know when was I going to mail them the check to cover the help with the traffic control. So that's the reason Hot Rod, being the official, doesn't tell these people because they're going to want a check. They've got their hand out saying, you want our help.
Yeah, we want our money.
So what I'm asking everybody to do is if you notify your town, say it's Greenville of whatever state, when the route comes out, if that route is going through the tiny little town of Greenville,
right,
notify the Chamber of Commerce, put it on their, somebody's Facebook site,
right,
put it on the school sites, whatever, that everybody come out and see the Power Tour.
right.
And if everybody's informed, then they will bring the police out to help with traffic and help with those left-hand turns. And when the crowd is out there, you pitch out the Hot Wheels cars.
That's another thing.
To the kids.
I love that part. Go to Walmart, go to the dollar store, whatever. Get you a bunch of Hot Wheels cars because the kids love it.
Yes.
It is the highlight. They're standing on the side of the road. If they took time, if mom, dad, grandpa, grandma took them out there and took the time to come and watch all of us come through, the least we can do is throw them a Hot Wheels. You don't know. Those are the next Hot Rodders. Those are the next Power Tour. They're going to remember that. And one day, they're going to maybe get a car and come with us. So reward the people that come out. Honk at them, wave at them, whatever.
Do a burnout for them.
Do a burnout for them. They love that.
There'll be burnout signs everywhere. Kids putting water hoses out in the street.
We've been through places before that have been notified, and they've had fire trucks. Well, it gives me chills just thinking about it. They've had fire trucks with the flag hanging off of a bridge, probably the biggest flag I think I've ever seen, hanging off a bridge. As we drove under this bridge, the American flag is blowing. I mean, it's a wonderful event.
Yes.
I mean, it really is.
And the last thing we want to cover is we'll go back to the breakdowns.
Okay.
If you're the one that breaks down, we were talking about packing tools. Don't pack so many clothes that you can put tools. It's not going to be possible for you to pack every single tool that you're going to need. No. A lot of people ask, what should I take? And there is no perfect answer for what you should take.
We've been in situations where we're like, oh my gosh, we didn't bring such and such, and we need such and such. So
the great thing about Power Tour, when you're doing the route, if you go on your own, it's as it says, on your own. But if you break down on the route, or even break down in a gas station, you ain't even made it to the route. We helped a guy in Bowling Green that was at the gas station, worked with him for an hour. Now we're lifelong friends.
We're lifelong friends.
All right.
Shout out to Chris.
Yeah. Chris, you're watching this. We'll see you this year.
That's right.
But if you break down, within moments of you breaking down, somebody's going to stop. Mm-hmm. Now, the general rule on Power Tour is if there are already 2 or 3 cars pulled over, helping someone broke down, generally the other people are just going to slow down, roll down a window and go, hey, y'all got it?
You good? You need something?
Do you need anything? And if they give you a thumbs up, say, hey man, we got it. Everybody rolls on.
Keep going.
But not 87 cars don't pull over to help one guy.
No.
Now, if that one guy is stopped there, now yes, you're gonna pull over, check with them. Hey, y'all need something? Need me to run to the parts store? Do you need help with anything? Do you need some tools? Whatever. So you don't leave a man behind.
No.
But if there's already 3 and 4 cars there and a whole bunch of guys standing around the hood up, you don't have to pull in there with them.
No.
You can just slow down, say, y'all got it. If thumbs up, keep rolling.
That's right. And let us tell you, if you stop to help somebody, for us, I don't know if it's everybody, but the people that we've truly stopped to help, we have become lifelong friends with those people. I mean,
you see them every year on Power Tour.
You see them every year on Power Tour. You see them at other car shows.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe you saw them before at other car shows, but didn't know who they were and they didn't know who you were.
Right.
So Power Tour has a way of bringing people together in that respect, I feel like. And you meet so many different people. Power Tour brings in different people. So, yeah, stop, but not if there's a ton of cars. Like we said, roll the window down.
Yeah. And a lot of people put on there, well, when I finish my car, I'm going to bring it on Power Tour. I'm hoping in 2025, when I finish my car, I'm going to bring it. No. Don't worry about that.
No.
Like David Freiberger says on his shirts, it doesn't have to be right. It's just got to be there. And it's a very true statement. If your car is not perfect, every ounce of bodywork, if it's in primer,
whatever.
The engine's not clean,
the interior's not perfect.
Right, there's a rip in the seat. Don't worry about it.
No.
Power Tour is all about just being there in the experience.
Yeah.
And whether your seat has got a tear in it or the front fender's got a ding, whatever, there's a scratch in the paint, isn't going to amount to a hill of beans on whether you have fun or not on that week of Power Tour.
No, it's not.
Now this year it's only 5 days.
Right.
I don't know if it'll ever go back to 7, but that's a whole different topic. It is what it is. We don't have we don't have a say in it. So.
We just get on it and ride.
Right. Now, at the end, on the last day at Bristol, some people asked, you don't have to get a hotel in Bristol. We're not, because we live close enough to Bristol. We can go home.
We'll come home.
But when it's over, when you get your long hauler plaque,
right,
and everybody disperses, it's over. There's no more event for the day. There's no nothing. There'll be a lot of hotels there that do have people, for people that are traveling a long ways, but everybody's going to start dispersing
and going
their own separate direction.
And I have to say, after riding a week surrounded by all these cool cars and hot rods and people going by and waving and all that Friday, when you go on your way, or Saturday if you spend the night, Friday night, after about 20 minutes, you're going to say, oh man, I'm sad that that's over.
Oh yeah.
Because it's not the same.
It don't want you coming back.
It don't want you coming back for more. If you do it one time, majority of the people, I would say, are returned to do it.
Yeah, hooked. That's why there's such a crowd and hotel problem, is because it is so fun. Everybody is hooked.
Really a good time.
So if you're thinking, if you're a rookie and you're thinking about doing it, I'm gonna say 1,000% yes. Yes. You need to do it.
It's the experience. It's wonderful. Do it and don't wait.
Yeah. So, all right. And as we always end all of our videos, thank you, Lord. Thank you for today.